Strung is a new thriller on Peacock, so today, let's see if it's worth your time. A talented violinist whose new job tutoring for an elite family turns into a battle for safety and sanity when she realizes her past links to the family. While you're watching this video, comment down below with your thoughts on Strung. This is directed by Malcolm D. Lee, who's best known for comedies, and his last film was Space Jam: New Legacy.
Post. I don't like it.
Malcolm D. Lee expressed that he's never been into this genre before, but once he read the story, he was really interested in this movie. Starting off with what worked, I do think that Malcolm D. Lee is pretty good at crafting a very chilling atmosphere. We have Chloe Bailey, who is a talented violinist. She takes on this tutoring job. This young girl that she tutors, she wears a mask to kind of hide some of her emotions surrounding her father's past. But you know that something is off with this family, the way that they interact with Chloe Bailey, overall tone and how they present themselves. It does take some time to build some of that atmosphere, but I do think that Malcolm D. Lee is great at bringing some eerie moments, handling a lot of the subtle moments at night that you think somebody is lurking in the background or something is happening to Chloe Bailey. She's starting to think that something is a little bit off. That atmosphere does become more chilling as it grows throughout the movie. Like Chloe Bailey in here, she has a hard time understanding this young girl who is wearing this mask quite often, but does take it off to interact with her. And there's this nice relationship that does develop between the two. The family doesn't want her to be out in public and socialize with people. They really kind of keep her at home, and she starts to develop a genuine relationship with the young girl. And I think Chloe Bailey also handles a lot of the intensity towards the end of the movie and a lot of the more quieter moments when it comes to developing that relationship with this young girl. It's very sweet at times, but then also she is on edge. So her range in here is pretty good, that right amount of, being welcoming and supporting, but then also fierce and intense as the movie comes to its end. Lynn Whitfield in here as the grandmother, she's very direct, and you could tell that the family has their routines. They are very wealthy and they have things done a very certain way, and Chloe Bailey is trying to really keep up with it all. This movie does have a lot of twists and turns along the way, and that's where it has that entertainment value to it. Multiple times you think one thing is happening with this family, and then it completely changes into something new, and then it goes into a different direction. That is what drew Malcolm D. Lee to this film, is the different directions and twists and turns that the story does take. There's multiple times I was shocked with what had happened and how the family secret and everything, and how it connected to Chloe Bailey. I was surprised with this movie, and you want that in a thriller. You want to have these moments where they're challenging the story and the characters and offering up new directions and twists and turns along the way, and I do think that Strung handles that very well. And it's got an elegant look to it all, with the family that is very wealthy and Chloe Bailey living there and taking care of this young girl and helping her out and being a tutor for her. When it leans into the thrilling moments, the film feels very posh and well put together. The atmosphere still feels like something is completely off and just not right. Now, not everything worked for Strung. I do think that Malcolm D. Lee venturing more into this different genre for him does work. I do think that this movie could use a little more of a chilling atmosphere. In the beginning of the film, up until like the middle part, if you didn't know the synopsis and you didn't know what genre it was, it would be really hard to understand that this was a thriller and it was going to have some haunting moments along the way. The opening scene could have gave it away, but besides all of that, there wasn't that atmosphere that really drew me into it. I was more invested in how Chloe Bailey was connecting with this young girl and learning more about this young girl's past with her father and how she's using this mask to shield her from certain emotions and protect herself. Then when you learn more about the family's past and how it's connected to Chloe Bailey, then it starts to dive into this thriller genre. And that's where the atmosphere starts to grow. I think it could have used more of that haunting vibe throughout the movie to kind of lead us more into some of the big reveals with the characters, because it paid off at the end of the film. I just wanted to kind of gradually grow a little more throughout the movie. And we are told multiple times that Chloe Bailey's character is a talented violinist, and they don't do so much with her when it comes to her playing the violin. There's a couple scenes here and there, but for the most part, she's playing the piano and teaching this young girl how to play the piano, not playing the violin. How much effort that the film does tell us that she is this talented violinist, we don't really get to see that chance. We see that she is more of a talented piano player, but I wanted to see more of like why she was so skilled at music and that she was the right person for this job to tutor this young girl. I think the film could also use a little more depth when it came to this young girl and her past with her father, because it did have some connection to the overall storyline that I think could have been developed just a little bit stronger. Overall, my final thoughts, I like that Malcolm D. Lee did venture into a new genre. Films like The Best Man, Scary Movie 5, Girls Trip, Night School, Space Jam, A New Legacy. He understands comedy. They might not be the funniest films out there, but he ventured into something new, and it was a challenge for him. And with Jason Blum helping out with this film, producing it, I think that he was successful in a first film into this genre. And I would love to see more films from Malcolm D. Lee in this genre, because I do think that it worked on some levels. The atmosphere could have been a little more intense at times, but it had that right amount of connection between characters, gradually growing to a very twisty end of the movie. I'm going to go ahead and give Strung a B-. Thank you guys for watching my review for Strung, the newest thriller on Peacock. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.